So
Yeah.
we're gonna do a quick 10 minutes on 420 media.
I put together my favorite 420 media. I celebrate 420 every day, so I watch these movies all the time. So I brought in all the different formats of all these movies that I have. First, I'm going to start with an MCU movie that I think is very 420 friendly. You should definitely check it out.
Let me guess.
What?
Can I guess?
Yes.
Which one it is? Doctor Strange.
Oh,
The first
I'm
Doctor
gonna guess Thor Ragnarok.
Howard the Duck.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. I heard MCU.
well, okay. I heard MCU too.
I throw him in the MCU because he exists, but this is a variant.
Okay, that's true. It all connects now, according to Kevin Feige. It all connects.
It all connects now, and as of now, I guess we have like 2 Howard the Ducks that exist. But it definitely makes this movie a lot better.
Now that we've got rated R Deadpool coming out, do you think we can see the original Howard the Duck and Duck boobs come back into the MCU?
I think if they don't show duck boobs in, then they're really missing on a great joke. I feel like that they have mined comics for stuff, but I hope that they reached back and got like a Howard suit and have Howard in it, at least for the duck tits, because I want Deadpool to talk about duck tits for like 5 minutes and just be like, what is happening? What is going on? This is too weird for me. I have a Criterion movie that is very 420 friendly.
Eraserhead.
Oh God, no! I don't want nightmares. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. With Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro. Man, I love this movie. This is the greatest adaptation of any Hunter S. Thompson. If you've never read Hunter S. Thompson, start with this. He's just a great writer who's coked out of his mind. And tells incredible stories. And if you look at one of his last stories it was right after 9/11, he wrote a piece that's on ESPN and predicted kind of where the world went right after that. Fear and Loathing, Tobey Maguire shows up for 5 minutes in this flick. Christina Ricci's in there. There's just, but the visuals,
bits and pieces of it, because it's Benicio del Toro, isn't it? In here,
to me, that's like, this is one of his great roles. Like, he's so out of his mind in this that, like, as you follow Hunter, you're scared for him. But like, as you're tripping and stuff, like the floor moving and the people becoming lizards and stuff is like fucking wild. I love that part.
Pineal gland, I think. Yeah. No, how's your mama?
Ignore this terrible drug. Yeah. Pretend it's not happening.
Here! My name? Raoul Duke, on the list. Free lunch, final wisdom, total coverage. I have my attorney with me, and I realize that his name is not on that list, but we must have that suite. Yes, we must have that suite. What's the score here? What's next?
Your suite isn't ready yet, but someone was looking for you.
No, we haven't done anything yet. Move!
I can't handle this. This man suffers from a bad heart. Would have plenty of medicine. My name is Dr. Gonzo. Prepare a suite at once. We'll be in the bar.
I think this is a given for any Gen Xer, dazed and confused. Linkletter story of high school in the 70s. Everyone in this movie smoked pot. Join them. My top 2 favorite movies that are 420 friendly: The Big Lebowski and Pineapple Express. The Dude Abides. These are my steel books. I absolutely love these. They're Big Lebowski is a given. Like, it's great. You want to smoke out with the dude. He's and then just like I rewatch that movie so often and absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. I don't think that there's a better 420 movie than The Big Lebowski. It's probably like my top one, but Pineapple Express is a close second. I mean, again, James Remar is at the opening of this movie playing a military guy with Bill Hader, who is the experimental subject as he smokes weed and then tells James Remar what he thinks of it, is one of my favorite things in this movie. And that's just like the first 10 minutes.
Okay, Private Miller.
You've been smoking item 9 for 7 minutes and 13 seconds. We're going to ask you several questions.
How do you feel?
Well, sir, I feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks. Yeah.
Okay, Private Miller. When you think of your superiors,
What emotions do you feel?
okay, Private Miller.
Is this normal?
Okay, Private. Okay, Private Miller. Private Miller. Answer the question.
This one out, sir. You torch me?
We'll send someone in.
Holy bejesus.
Private Miller, answer the question.
What was the question again, sir?
But I brought a TV show too, because not a lot of people, I mean, some people will go, well, you're going to show that 70s show. No, this predates that. Spaced by Edgar Wright. Everyone in this show, there's a great episode where they go out and smoke weed, go to the bar, and gunfight with a bunch of kids.
What's the plan then?
Right, we get the tube into Soho and go for drinks in a fashionable gay West End gay bar before popping along to the theatre to catch a new play by a hip young playwright, preferably with a swear word in the title. After that, we go to a swinging late-night coffee house and discuss the play at length before retiring to a jazz bar to listen to elaborate xylophone music and talk about the meaning of life until it's time to catch the last tube home. What do you think?
I think I'm going to go home.
Well, what do you want to do then?
Right. We get the tube into Camden and head for the nearest bog-standard indie-oriented bar. We smoke a fatty boom batty on the way so that we can be absolutely munted by the time we order our first drink. We stay there for a few hours, where if all goes to plan, we'll end up laughing like a couple of twats. We then relocate to a low-level high street pub with an eclectic jukebox and keep drinking until we A, fall over, B, puke, or C, fall over and puke.
I like my idea better.
Yeah, well, you would.
I think it's more interesting.
Toss a coin?
Okay, then.
2 pints of cider, please.
And crisps as well.
Crisps as well.
2 packets.
2 packets of crisps.
And nuts.
And nuts.
Honey roast.
Daisy, I'm ordering the drinks. I can't remember what I was going to say. Fuck it. 2 tequila slammers, please.
Yes!
If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about and why it's hilarious. And then my ultimate is my Laserdisc of Phantasm. The Phantasm series is crazy. And if you understand the plot to it, then you've probably smoked enough weed and watched this enough to understand what it's about. Because it is crazy. This movie, I believe the first one's from the 70s. It just follows the tall man who has been following these particular characters from the beginning. And he's kind of deaf. Like, they have a friend that dies in the first film. And I, through all the rewatches and all the weed, I think this film is really about death and friendship and what you lose and the struggle you go through, the depression and everything with it, told in a horror film. It's just one of the weirdest movies, and it's managed to maintain the same cast throughout. The first time I ever saw Phantasm was at Alamo Drafthouse with the cast as they talked about it. Yeah, so it was a live commentary that was amazing. And the man himself, the tall man, was there, but he's such a creepy villain, and he doesn't get enough love. It's because These movies are batshit.
I was going to ask you, have you ever tried the Dark Side of the Moon Wizard of Oz thing?
No. And I think there's a copy on YouTube that I should check out. Yeah, I think I started to watch it and it was like, this is too weird. But I've never revisited it. So
yeah, I think I tried to do it once and I'm just like, but now I'm just watching the Wizard of Oz. I don't know. It's not a big thing for me.
Yeah.
If you were to have, invite some characters, some fictional characters to the garage to smoke out, who would you invite?
Jay and Silent Bob. Swamp Thing. Because Swamp Thing in the comic grows I think it's a potato. It's something that Abigail eats that gives her a trip. So he creates hallucinogens that puts Abigail in the same, I guess, mind space as Swamp Thing. It seemed fun to do cocaine with Harley Quinn if you watch the Birds of Prey. So,
I don't know if I'd do coke with anybody. I would invite Kyle Rayner because he's an artist. So, he's done weed and he's got the power ring. So, like any dumb joke that we can come up with, he can just like make it happen. It would be like, wouldn't it be funny if we saw this?
And he's wielded most of the lights of the spectrum, so he could really give you a nice show.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't think about that.
Shaggy and Scoob would be fun.
Shaggy and oh, fuck yes.
I feel like they would eat all the snacks though.
You'd have to.
No, they bring them because they have to be prepared. So not only do you have Scooby snacks, but you have a foot tall sandwich.
Yeah.
Do some of that slow-mo from the Dread film with Lena Headey.
Oh shit, that was wild.
Yeah.
The Electric Mayhem. I would smoke out with the Electric Mayhem from the Muppets.
Oh my God. Yeah. I would be scared that if I smoked out with the Muppets, that I would have that idea that I was a Muppet too. Like that whole Community episode.
Did you guys watch the Electric Mayhem on Disney Plus that came out last year? There's that great scene where they go out to the desert and they think that they're high, but they eat like bad cookies or something like that. But they're all like tripping in the desert, just having their own little like spirit walks or whatever. It's such an amazing show.
They go to Coachella.
Yeah.
I forgot Deadpool does cocaine too.
Oh God.
So like that like I'm trying to think of the Marvel.
It is a different date, Clay.
I know, but also, I guess I'm thinking of comic book characters that do drugs, and I'm like going, man, we've only seen them do cocaine in the film.
There's Donny Cates' character, Buzzkill, that gets his power from doing drugs.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Depending on whatever drug he does, he gets a different power.
From the JSA.
Oh, yeah, Our Man.
He takes a pill that gives him, for an hour. What does that drug do to other people?
Well, I feel like Our Man's is closer to Viagra.
It's just an hour's worth of energy and he's gone. He's just like,
if it's longer than an hour, contact your physician.
Yeah, his thing is basically a 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else does drugs to have powers? I mean,
there was that. Do you guys remember watching that old Mighty Mouse cartoon from the 90s that got canceled because he did drugs in the cartoon?
Yeah. I believe that was when Ralph Bakshi was running the show. He had him sniff a flower and it made him look like he was doing cocaine. And they were like, no, that's not for kids. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Ralph Bakshi's stuff?
Yeah. In the Injustice comics, they all do take a pill to get superpowers too, like a temporary pill.
You could do heroin with Red Arrow. So.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Well, the doctor from the Authority, he did heroin. He drank. He was a hardcore drug addict. Like that's the only other anti-hero. I mean, if you want to include anyone, and I know that James Gunn's adapting the Authority. Are we going to see that drug use by a hero in a film?
Yeah, all the characters in The Boys are pretty much on V.
Oh yeah, and then
on the next episode we're gonna talk about superheroes and their prescription drugs. Like who's got high blood pressure? Who's taking what for? I don't know, an infection.
I would think Scott Summers is on an antidepressant. He's got
should be.
up.
That was the other question I had.
feel like
he
should be.
Who should be smoking weed?
Yeah.
Name a character that should be that, like the Hulk, obviously.
Yeah.
Get that guy. I would say Punisher probably needs to chill out. Batman.
I can't imagine Batman with the bat bong taking a hit and going, Robin,
no,
come
because
over here.
When Batman is high, he just Zuranar takes over.
So Zuranar needs some weed.
Yeah, Zuranar needs to chill the fuck out.
And we've had a lot of drugs in the comics because wasn't there an inhaler that was like I want to say like from Owsley from in the Daredevil comics that he was creating something. And then there was also a mutant drug that Bendis wrote about in X-Men that you could like inhale and have superpowers for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get away with this, but this poster behind me is actually an anti-drug, and it's Cap saying drugs destroy lives. Join the FBI and me against our battle against drugs. I found this in a home shop. So
Cap got his powers from drugs. What are you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If this was nowadays, and the captain was giving us that message, somebody would be stitching on a TikTok and be like, "Bro, you're half drugs."
Yeah. If you weren't on drugs, you'd just be Steve Rogers.
Boring. So, all right. Any last 420 comments here?
Peacemaker. He smokes pot in his show. I forgot about that.
No, that's right. I feel like that's a James Gunn edition, though. I don't know that he's done that in the comics before.
Yeah,
I feel like Peacemaker in the comics needs to smoke weed.
Yeah, are we going to see drug use in the James Gunn universe?
Just Superman doing rails of cocaine off of.
You guys, you thought Zack Snyder was dark. Just wait till you see James Gunn's DCU.
It's coke laced with kryptonite so that he can feel something.